have a bunch of books I tried to unhaul last year that my bookstore said no to, so I do want to find them homes. However, I've been putting it off, but then the channel On the Stack of Books did a free little library scavenger hunt book take, and she tagged me. So I thought this was the perfect time to finally go do it. Also, tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day, so I thought I would actually go out of town, go to some of my favorite lakes, where I also do know they have some free little libraries in the area, so I can show you them, and I can also show you the beautiful scenery. That way, if this doesn't go to plan, at least there's some views to show you. First though, let's go over the prompts and the books I have to unhaul. So prompt number 1 is find a book with these words in the title, so it can be quick, Halloween, shot, or summer. I wonder if this one will be the hardest one to do. Number 2, find a book in your favorite genre and leave one too. Number 3, find a book with a summer theme on the cover. Number 4, find a book with flowers on the cover, then pick a flower and press it into the book. I think this one's really cute. Number 5, find a book with a wild animal or gift one. I have none to gift, however I do actually think this will be an easy prompt. I'm from Western Canada, so I actually expect most of these books to be filled with wildlife ones. Number 6, find a book published in the same year you were born. And number 7, tag. If you're watching, consider yourself tagged. Now, the books I have to give away, I did do a more in-depth unhaul video earlier this year, which I've linked down below if you want to watch it. But very quickly, the ones that they wouldn't take are Hum by Helena Phillips. I gave this 2 stars. Then A Mystery, Something in the Water by Catherine Stedman. This is actually pretty good. I gave this 3 stars. Then one of the worst books I've ever read is Stone Blind by Natalie Hayes. It does still have good reviews, so maybe someone will like it. Then we have Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintra. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I gave this a 2. It just had a plot point that I just personally don't like. But again, people seem to really like this one. Then we have Tender is the Flesh. This one might be a little extreme, so we'll have to see about the vibes of these free little libraries. Then we have Gold Coast Dilemma by Nana Mellon. I gave this 2.5 stars. It had a really good character that I absolutely loved, but I hated the men in this, and it's a romance. Then another extreme one that I might not actually put in anywhere is Pen Pal by Dathan Auerbach. This is actually really good. I gave it 3.8 stars. And then we have a YA. We have Ban Me for 2. This one was pretty cute. I gave it 3 stars. That's what we're going to try to give away at these free little libraries. Again, a few of these I'm not going to leave if there's any indication that it's tailored towards young adults, because yeah, they're way too extreme. But fingers crossed I can find good homes and good books for me, and that the weather is great, because I'm really looking forward to these views. So hopefully in the next clip, you will see me at the beach. So I made it to my first one, though I will say, obviously I'm not on a beach, and it's definitely not the next day. I woke up super grumpy, but we're here. The beach I was going to go to, though, has like a school on it, so I'm not going to go there. There are some drives, though, to other smaller beaches that I really love, so I will be going there. I hope this one has a lot of good books. It looks like it's pretty packed, actually, which is more than the ones near my area, so already happy with my choice to come out here. And let's see if I can do the prompts, and I wrote them down, thank God, because I could not remember them. I'm realizing this is the first time I'm filming outside my house, which is kind of awkward as hell, so we'll see how this goes. We'll see if this even goes on the internet. But I love this little one. It has like little skis on it. It's super cute. try to go to the national park. Couple minutes away, but I found actually a free little library in this little neighborhood, so I started walking around, and they have the most beautiful like little boat launches with the most beautiful view. So I've stopped. I might read here for a little bit before we continue, but I'll show you the view because it's spectacular. Yeah, that was super nice. I brought my book, thankfully. Got quite a bit far into it. It's an easy read. Unfortunately, I am not enjoying this, which is a disappointment because if you saw my last video, she is an author I thought could be a favorite author. I still think she could be. I'll go back to some of her later books. This one just isn't for me. But let's go to the little nook that I saw. It is a much smaller one, but that's okay. It looks stacked with books still, and it's really cute. So I'll go show you, and let's hope I can fill out another prompt. Made it to the provincial park, and boy is it a stunning day. Hoping to have a swim as well later. I feel bad though, I didn't bring my dog because this is supposed to be like a no dog beaches mostly. The only one that I know of is quite a walk that I didn't think my 11-year-old could do. But apparently they're trialing this out as a dog beach, so now he can come again. But I did take him to his favorite beach this morning. He will be fine. After this, I'll probably just go to 2 more and then go right back and he'll get to go to the beach again. But it's nice to know that one of my favorite parks he can still come to as a senior because this isn't too bad of a walk from the parking lot. So that's really neat. And I'm really enjoying going to all these free little libraries, and I think it will actually help my reading as well because although I am enjoying this one, this is Hijab Butch Blues by LeMay, the subject matter in this is definitely not a beach read, and neither is the other book that I was reading at the last beach. That one I'm not enjoying, and it was giving cold, spooky vibes. So 2 of the prompts said summer themes, and I apparently need those because I do need something a little lighter. Still gonna read this. I am at part 2 now, so close to the end. The last part was just pretty hard to read. It talked a lot about domestic violence and how some people, older generations, actually use the Quran to kind of force women to stay in abusive relationships because divorce is seen as so bad, which isn't unique to just Islam. It is pretty prevalent in all religions. So that was hard to read, especially because it seems like all my reads lately have been very, very dark. Like, my goodness, apparently the theme of this month has been domestic violence, and I need some light and fun reads. So I've definitely picked up 2 way outside of my usual genre, but they'll be fun for when I come out here and just want to have a nice day. It is absolutely stunning out here. I'll show you a little bit. I just want to sit here, read my book, and look at the pretty views. I've finished quite a few pages. I only have probably like 50 pages left of this book, but it's definitely getting busier here, and that's not quite my scene, and I want to get to a few more free little libraries before I go back and take the dog out to the beach as well. I am enjoying this a lot more. The second half is more about her finding love, and I guess I'm not a Grinch so much right now because I am enjoying that part. I think regardless of your sexuality, we can all sympathize with how hard dating is, and then when you find that right person, how much easier that becomes. So I am enjoying that part. The only part I am still struggling with is just personally, I think I like a memoir that's chronological. I don't like kind of going back and forth and trying to keep all the friends and timelines and where she's at in life in order in my brain. The writing is getting better though. Like, there were certain parts in the beginning where I felt like she'd make a point, and then right after she felt like she'd have to explain it more and explain it again, and it felt like she was trying to hold my hand a little too much. But now it's getting a lot better. I am also really liking kind of the different verses of Islam that she puts in here to learn more about that as well, and how she kind of interprets it and how much work she actually puts into her religion. She spends a lot of time going to different lectures. Her and her friend read through the whole Quran, and they talk every day about it, so I'm enjoying that aspect of it as well. I think that's it's very interesting to learn about how other people view the world, their religion, how it shapes what they do in their day-to-day life. So, very good read so far. If this is something you'd be interested in, I do definitely recommend it. But let's get out of here, go to 2 more, and maybe 1 more beach if I have time. I made it to my final beach. It might be too bright to see me. I don't know. I'll find that out in editing, I guess. But it is so beautiful. It's only like a 10-minute drive from the last beach I was at, but a completely different lake, and it is gorgeous. I'll show you a picture in a bit. But I have finished my scavenger hunt. I filled out all the prompts. Sort of. Some of them might be a stretch, you let me know. And it was a lot of fun. Got rid of all the books I wanted to unhaul, have some new fun ones to read. I also do have 3 extra books too that I got just because they looked good and weren't part of the scavenger hunt at all. But we'll start with the prompts. I have them written down. Let's see. Number 1 was find a book with any of these words in it. It could have been quick, Halloween, shot, or summer. I ended up going with a summer pick, and this is way outside the genre I usually pick up, but this is Forever Summer. Looks like it's actually 2 books combined into one, so you have Laguna Cove and Cruel Summer. This just looks like it could be a really fun beach read. It doesn't have to be fantastic, but maybe something a little lighter than what I was reading today would be great for when I want to just come swim and paddleboard and read just a little bit. This sounds like your coming of age story where 2 girls are best friends and they kind of get split up and they have to figure out who they are. Definitely gives summer vibe and has summer in it. So hopefully this is good. Let's check out what the next prompt is. Then the next prompt was leaving your favorite genre and taking your favorite genre. I brought a horror and a sci-fi, and I ended up going with a horror book. So I left Pen Pal and I got Preachable Kingdom by Jack Ketchum. He is an author I have heard about before. He has a cannibal book that's very, very high on my list. This is a collection of his short stories, so this will be a good taste to see if I like his writing style at least. Then the next one was find kind of a summer theme one. Now I feel like that book does fit both prompts, so this one's a bit of a stretch, but I thought that would be okay. And I picked up The Life of Pi by Jan Martel. I feel like I'm the only one who hasn't read this book. It also would help with my goal of reading more Canadian authors. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And if you just ignore the theme of the book and just the cover, it does kind of give summary. And this is something I would definitely read on the beach. So that is my pick for that prompt. Then we have find a flower on the cover, and you were supposed to pick a flower. However, we are in a pretty severe drought right now, so there's not exactly flowers around. The ones I took pictures of earlier today are like people's personal gardens, and I do not know how they're keeping them alive at this point. But I did find this one. We have The Rose Garden by Susanna Kersley. I think the cover is beautiful. It's also historical fiction, and again, it's a genre that I usually love reading, but for some reason never actually pick up. So I'm gonna change it with this one. It also has a bit of magical realism, it sounds like, because it is about our main character, Eva. She wants to find a place where she belongs again, so she goes back home to the Cornish coast. But while she's there, she kind of finds this pathway into the past where she also falls into the arms of a man. She's actually going to have to decide where she belongs. Sounds super fun. I've been really enjoying magical realism and time things lately, so this could really suit my mood. Okay, and then the next one I definitely jinxed myself with. I think at the beginning I said this would be the easiest prompt, which is either gift a cover with an animal on it or take a cover with an animal on it. I did not have any covers with animals, but I swear last time I was going to these free little libraries, all you could find were like hiking things with animals on it. Apparently not today. There was a little like junior dolphin book, but I left that for the kids. Instead, I stretched the prompt a little bit by picking up Let Sleeping Vets Lie by James Herriot. It does have a horse on it. And also, more importantly, it sounds like a story, a memoir, a biography about a vet. And so I think that fits the prompt of wildlife. Hopefully. That's the only one I think I didn't do very well on. Then the last one I really lucked out because I really wanted this book and it just so happened to fit the prompt. The last prompt was to find a book that was published in your birth year. So this one I have Aman, The Story of a Somali Girl. It's absolutely super fascinating and heartbreaking. It's about her life growing up in Somalia. Sounds like she kind of had an innocent crush with a white boy that unfortunately ended in murder. And then when she was 13, she was unfortunately put into an arranged marriage, which she had to run away to the city. So it's just about her life growing up. I'm actually really looking forward to this and couldn't believe how lucky I got that this was actually published in my birth year. So those are all the books that fitted the prompts. Sort of. We can debate that in the comments. But then there was a few other books that I still needed to give away and a few books that I actually really wanted. This one I've heard about before. I've heard great reviews. It's also now a TV show, and that's Margot's Got Money Trouble by Ruthie Thorpe. Sounds really interesting. It's basically about a young woman in university. She has a relationship with her professor. She ends up pregnant. She ends up keeping the child, but he wants nothing to do with her. So in order to actually support her child, she has to start an OF account. Apparently it's super funny, so again, another one I'm really looking forward to. And this one, I know nothing about it. I just picked it up because on the back it says that it is taking place in Quebec, so I'm pretty sure this is a really well-known Canadian author. So again, it will fit that goal of trying to read more Canadian literature this year. So this is The Brutal Telling by Louise Penny. It sounds like it is a murder mystery. Kind of want to go into this one blind. I like going into mysteries blind. And then we have another horror. This is Resurrection Dreams by Richard Lemon, and it sounds like it's kind of a little bit like Frankenstein. This guy is trying to reanimate the dead, so it should be fun. One of the reviews I said it was super funny, so this sounds like right up my alley. So overall, I've had a fantastic day. These beaches are absolutely stunning. It's been pretty weird to film outside, I'm not gonna lie about that. I can't wait to get rid of this and stop talking and just look at the view. So I think I'm gonna do that now, and I'm going to try to read a little bit more of my book, which is All of Us Murderers. I think in the last clip I said I wasn't enjoying it. That's still pretty true, but I'm almost finished, so I'm definitely going to finish it. Hope you guys had a really beautiful day.